Section 3, Chapter 50. Life in a Totalitarian State. An age of totalitarian control. Marx had predicted under communists the state would wither away. The opposite occurred under Stalin. He turned the Soviet Union into a totalitarian state. In this form of government, a one-party dictatorship attempts to regulate every aspect of the lives of its citizens. To ensure obedience, Stalin's Communist Party used secret police, censorship, violent purges, and terror. Police spies did not hesitate to open private letters or plant listening devices. Nothing appeared in print without official approval. Grumblers or critics were rounded up and sent to brutal labor camps, where many died. Using modern technology, the party bombarded the public with resolute propaganda. Radios and loudspeakers blared into factories and villages. In movie theaters, schools, citizens heard about communist success and the evils of capitalism. In accordance with the idea of Marx's atheism, or the belief that there is no God, became an official state policy. Early on, the communists targeted the Russian Orthodox Church, which had strongly supported the Khazars. The party seized religious property and converted churches into offices and museums. Many priests and other religious leaders were killed or died in prison camps. Other religions were persecuted as well. The communists replaced religion with their own ideology. Like religion, communist ideology has its own sacred text. The writings of Marx and Lenin and its own shrines, such as the tomb of Lenin, portraits of Stalin replaced religion icons in the Russian homes. Changes in Soviet society. The communists transformed Russian life. Instead of creating a social of equals as they promised, they created a society where a few elite groups emerged as a new ruling class. At the head of the society were members of the Communist Party. Only a small fraction of Soviet citizens were allowed to join the party. Many who did were motivated by the desire to get ahead, rather than the belief of communist ideology. The elite enjoyed benefits denied to most people. Though free education was offered to all, and the state provided free medical care, daycare for children, inexpensive housing, and public recreation, the standard of living remained low. As elsewhere, industrial growth led millions of people to migrate to cities. Housing was scarce, bread was plentiful, but meat, fresh fruit, and other foods were in short supply. Long before 1917, women worked for the revolution, spreading radical ideas among peasants and workers. Some urged fellow socialists to pay attention to women's needs. Under the communists, women won equally under the law. They gained access to education and a wide range of jobs. By the 1930s, many Soviet women were working in medicine, engineering, or the science. By the labor, women contributed to Soviet economic growth, the arts, and the state. The Bolshevik Revolution at first meant greater freedom for Russian artists and writers. Art more served politics, Lenin had insisted, but he generally did not interfere with artistic freedom. Artists welcomed the chance to experiment with ideas and forms. Under Stalin, however, the heavy hand of state control gripped the arts. Stalin forced artists and writers to comfort a style called socialist realism. Its goal was to boost socialism by showing Soviet life in a positive light. Artists and writers could criticize the bourgeois past or even, to a limited degree, point out mistakes under communism. Their overall message, though, had to promote hope in the communist future. Government controlled what books were published, what music was heard, and which works of art were displayed. Artists who ignored communist guidance would not get materials, workspace, or jobs. By the time Stalin died in 1953, the Soviet Union had become a military superpower and a world leader in heavy industry.